Hey, what's up everyone? So today we are counting down to 30 Quest 2 games. That's right, and these are not just Quest 2 games, no, these are titles that Meta is hiding from you. They are pretty much hidden gems that are not getting, well, advertised that much on the store, or even worse, have been completely forgotten. So this is going to be a spotlight for a bunch of developers who have created very unique games that you should definitely check out. And with that being said, let's jump right into the metaphor, shall we? And kick things off with Freediver Triton Down, a fully interactive single-player adventure in where you get to swim to incredible depths without the use of scuba gear. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of scary. You get to explore mysterious cave systems and even a sinking ship while having to find oxygen along the way. It's a very exciting game that offers a thrilling gameplay with on top a gripping story that lets you slowly dive deeper down the rabbit hole. Ooh, yes. So next up is Vox Machinae, a VR game that straps you into the pilot seat of a gigantic fighting mech. You work for a security company that's being contracted to defend a mining operation with facilities on multiple planets across the galaxy. It's up to you to defend its workers by customizing your mech from its chassis and arsenal of weapons to fend off space pirates, monsters, and others who want to destroy and steal their loot. It's good to know that Vox Machine's campaign is completely single player and that it also comes with an additional multiplayer that you can play with friends or strangers. Okay, moving on to Journey of the Gods, made by the developers who we know best for their work on Left 4 Dead. In this unique looking RPG, you step into the shoes of a human and god alike. You are being sent to a mysterious planet to free the people there from an alien attack, preventing a potential apocalypse. As you journey through a primordial landscape, gaining allies and unlocking ancient powers, a dark entity is slowly drawing closer. So one of my personal favorites, is The Secret of Retropolis, a true masterpiece that has been completely drawn by hand. It's a narrative game of a new kind, a blend of classic point-and-click adventure with immersive cinematography. In Retropolis, you embody the witty protagonist of a film noir plot while meeting unforgettable characters and solving comical puzzles by losing yourself in the retro-futuristic style of the city. This title deserves all the love it can get. It would be weird to not highlight a zombie shooter in this list too, so here we go. Drop Dead Dual Strike is worth highlighting as it's pretty much a reincarnation of House of the Dead. It's a bit of a hidden gem on the store as it was originally released on Rift. Over the years, this comedy shooter has had a huge overhaul, adding a co-op mode, and the developers were also able to level up its replayability. Another kind of forgotten title is Timestall. This crazy family-friendly puzzler welcomes you aboard the Titanic of space. As the only human serving alongside a robotic crew, your job is to keep the ship nice and tight by slowing down time and bend it to keep things within the safety protocols. As the puzzles can be solved in many different ways, it gives you the freedom to pretty much let your imagination do all the work. A really fun game for kids and adults alike. If you want to play something similar to Animal Crossing, then Raccoon Lagoon is the one to go for. In it, you have to build up your own island by fishing, cooking, farming, mining, painting, and doing chores for the citizens who live there. And in the multiplayer mode of the title, you can even visit each other's island and do things together. So if you have a friend who has the same game, then you can just hop over from one island to the other. Something totally different is virtual reality, a game that simulates VR, AI, and our collective sci-fi fever dreams. In a future where AI has transformed society, can humans still find a purpose? Well, that's the main question in this game. By joining the Activitude program, taking on human jobs from the past, you are slowly finding out its true answer. This is such a trippy game. Next on the list is Carly and the Reaperman. This is an asynchronous multiplayer that you play in a co-op format. While one person tries to get from point A to B as Carly, the other player has to build a path by moving objects as the Reaperman. This is a very cool concept that you don't see every day and the ultimate test of true friendship. Then there is Tetris Effect, a game that takes the classic formula of Tetris to the next level by reinventing reinventing its gameplay in a way that can only be done in VR. It's absolutely gorgeous inside a headset. The backdrops and the music react to your playstyle, and it makes you feel like you just dove into an arcade cabinet. It's pure art. What else? Yeah, Shadowpoint, of course, a story-driven puzzler set between a mountaintop observatory and an ever-changing fantasy world. Inside, you will not only discover a vibrant kingdom, but you also obtain the power to cast shadows that will help you solve mind-boggling puzzles. Your objective is to find a missing schoolgirl who vanished from Shadowpoint Observatory 12 years ago. And before I forget, the game's voiceover is being done by Sir Patrick Stewart, who you might know from Star Trek and the X-Men. Now, in Sports Scramble, total different genre, you get to play your favorite sports and mix them together. You can, for example, play tennis with a golf club, bowl a strike with a basketball, and smash a home run with a hockey stick. You and one other friend will be in for a surprise for sure, as every time you play this title, it spices up the gameplay. This is a nice segue into another game that I wanted to mention, and that is Dance Central, a good workout that immerses you and your friends in the world's best dance club experience, where you are the main star of the party. Dance Central includes a 32-song soundtrack featuring chart toppers from the 1970s through more of the recent hits that you know today, with 2 difficulty levels and unique routines choreographed for each song. There's plenty to keep you dancing all night. If dancing isn't really your thing, then this next game will maybe eat up more of your time. It's called Gadgeteer, a physics-based title in where you get to build chain reaction machines to solve puzzles. Your machines will use gadgets to launch, bump, twist, and turn, creating chain reactions that may even end up tearing apart the fabric of space and time. I'm not kidding. Then we have Kingspray, a graffiti simulator that lets you illegally spray paint without having to worry about getting arrested. This lifelike simulator features a battle-tested spray, colors, drips, metallics, and more. Alone or together with friends, you can jump into many ultra-detailed environments and unleash your creativity on whatever surface you want. Evenly epic is Ancient Dungeon, one of the best roguelike dungeon crawlers of the VR scene. In this game, you get to explore a vast dungeon of ever-changing levels, you get to swing swords, throw knives, and shoot arrows, and best of all, you get to uncover the lost history of the dungeon. It's not coming for free, you have to climb over deep pits, dodge lethal traps, and search for hidden treasures. That's Ancient Dungeon in a nutshell. So what's more peaceful is Puzzling Places. It's a relaxing and wholesome 3D jigsaw puzzle game in where you piece together hyper-realistic miniatures of breathtaking places around the globe. Puzzling Places is a modern take on an age-old pastime that's fun for the whole family. Next in the lineup is Iron Lights, that gives you the chance to become a virtual gladiator from within VR. Choose your arena and weapon of choice, and then face off against your buddy in an exciting battle that only knows one winner. You have been warned, this is a title that is best played in a big space, so stay away from your TV as far as you can. Talking about using the power of virtual reality, Carve Snowboarding lets you hit the slopes and encounter realistic arcade snowboarding. Show your need for speed and snag the top of the leaderboard in this action-packed game by showing off the sickest tricks. And meanwhile, you unlock new boards, gloves, and even mixtapes to make the mountain your own. A game that is pure cuteness is Lucky Still, a third-person platformer that lets you take control of a brave fox that is on the quest to save his best friend Piggy from a, well, evil villain called Glorp. Together, you'll run, jump, and climb your way through a bright, colorful world full of charming characters, boss battles, hundreds of secrets to discover, and exciting 3D platforming. Now, from Lucky Still, we go to Loco Dojo, a competitive multiplayer party game for up to 3 friends. It's a very similar concept to Nintendo's WarioWare. You take turns to spin the wheel that lets you discover a wild lineup of 16 ridiculous minigames. All you gotta do is confuse, sabotage, and beat your friends to take home that sweet, sweet victory. As we near the end of this video, I want to take the opportunity to give a shout out to Bogo, a VR pet simulator that lets you friend an adorable little alien. This experience was made from the ground up for the Quest and lets you play fetch, jump into challenging minigames, and make exotic snacks for your alien friend. Okay, different vibes. Oceancraft is a virtual reality game about surviving on a self-built contraption on the ocean. The concept is super cool. You have to survive the dangers of the sea alone or together with your friends by building your own base through collecting trash that you can find in the ocean. Next to that, you need to find a way to feed your crew and to fend off sharks and other dangerous creatures. And talking about sea creatures, maybe you want to be one yourself. That's an option too. In Tentacular, you are a gigantic but good-hearted tentacled beast, trying to figure out its place in the world. Raised among humans on an island by the name of La Calma, the time has finally come to unravel the secrets of your mysterious origin. To find answers, you have to play a colossal mix of crazy activities. If you are into Japanese games, you may like The Tale of Onogoro, an adventure title with steampunk elements and loads of magic. You team up with a girl named Haru, who is a high priestess and that has summoned you to Onogoro, a floating island in a parallel universe. So what you gotta do is help her defeat some kind of mysterious evil by beating sprawling puzzles and battling giant beasts that are called kami. Talking about impressive visuals, check out The Room VR. It makes you feel like you are an old school detective a la Sherlock Holmes. Joining a police investigation in London, you have to figure out how an esteemed Egyptologist disappeared out of nowhere. To find clues, you explore cryptic locations, use wonderful gadgets, and travel between reality and illusion in a spine-tingling journey. Next up is Half+Half, a multiplayer experience that centers itself around fun and connection. The game includes 5 unique online minigames that are specifically designed to help you meet new people from around the globe. You can, for example, play hide and seek or hole in the wall with anyone you bump into. It's a great title that is full of surprises. So right now, there are sadly no official Spider-Man games on Quest, but a title named Yupitergrad has filled up this gap very nicely. It's an action platformer that lets you swing through an industrial space station with grappling hooks and spatial boosters. It has a humorous story, wacky acrobatics, sick-ass soundtracks, and levels that put your parkour skills to the test. Anyhow, this hidden gem list wouldn't be complete without Robo Recall. This action-packed title with visceral gameplay and an addictive scoring system is an Oculus classic. In the game, you can only earn a high score by making use of creative combat tactics and skill shots. As you make your way through the city streets, you end up in an awe-inspiring ballet of bullets. Something of a more happy experience is Ghost Giant, that lets you play as the protector of a lonely little boy with the name Louis. Invisible to everyone but him, you get to explore Louis' world and help him deal with the challenges he has in life. You slowly become a part of a heartfelt story that is about trying to keep things together with the help of a very big imaginary friend, being, well, you. Oh, and get some tissues because you will need them. This is such a roller coaster of a game. And there you go, my friends. Those were some of the hidden gems that you can play on your Quest right now that are just amazing. Of course, there are many more titles out there that are not really being advertised or are simply forgotten. So make sure to drop those in the comments below. If you have any suggestions of what else we should be playing, then that's totally welcome. And I just want everyone to spread the love for all those developers who are working so hard on their projects, and then in the end, when they launch them, they just don't get the recognition they deserve. So I hope this video is serving as a spotlight, and make sure to extend that light onto the comment section. Much appreciated. With that being said though, thanks for watching, until next time, and bye bye for now.